Snider at Wayne. These are two of the three teams that want to share the SEC championship last year. Obviously, some huge losses in graduation, specifically the Powers twins, but a number of Kai Black, a number of guys for Wayne off a great senior class that really helped build that program to where it was last season. How do you see this one playing out? Because I think Snider has some holes to replace, but we've seen them replace holes every year.
A lot easier for Snider to replace holes than Wayne, in my opinion. And Coach Moore for Wayne, he's been telling me all preseason, watch out for us, watch out for us. And I'm not buying it yet, Coach. I'm not buying it yet. I got to see it. I know, and so him and I are buddies, so it's nothing personal. But you lost a lot on that team, and you lost a lot on that defense, and it's going to be very tough to hang with Snider. The numbers are up. It's great over at Wayne, but I got to see it Friday night. Another kind of wait and see. I'm non-committal at this point.
Yes, that's the kind of decisive things that we like. We love to pick winners. And say,
if you tuned in to hear what's going to happen Friday, it's wrong place. I don't know.
You take a look at Snider's skill positions, though, and that's going to be a big issue for Wayne, stopping those guys. But where Wayne can win this game might be in the trenches, because this is a Snider line. They're known for a great offensive line, known for having 6'5", 275-pound guys there. They just plug them in. This line doesn't have as much experience as we've seen in years past. And we saw Austin Robertson go off for 4.5 sacks in a game late last season in sectional play. So that was with a line that had been much more proven and was bigger. How do you go about stopping a guy that got 4.5 sacks on you when your line was even more impressive at that point?
I think you're stunting away from him if possible. If he's on one side, you're going to the other side. A lot of quick throws, a lot of counters and stuff, kind of misdirection. But if there is one place where Wayne, I believe, holds the decided advantage, it's that defensive line of Wayne's against the offensive line of Snider, with Austin Robertson and Jock Thomas on the field for Wayne. It's going to be very tough for Snider to combat those guys, but Wayne's going to have to win it in other ways. They're going to have to make plays. And last year, when they beat Snider twice, they outscored him once in Week 9 to win a share of the SAC. With the talent they had last year, now is the talent comparable this year where they can win a shootout? I'm not sure.
It's very rare, specifically in a high school game, where you say a defensive guy can dominate a game.
Yeah.
But do you see like Austin perhaps having that type of impact? I mean, 4.5 sacks against Snider's line last year.
I think we've seen it, when you have a dominant shutdown corner where you shut off half of the field because he was over there. How do you do it against a defensive end that they can move around? I think you're going to see a lot of ends, maybe some stunts where he moves pre-snap from the left to the right. I'd move him all over the place. I'd have him line up middle linebacker sometimes. I mean, the kid's a freak. He can play anywhere, secondary, middle linebacker, or the line. So I'd move him around as much as possible to really cause confusion, because you have to account for him every play.
If you're Snider, though, how good are you feeling when you take a look at all your skill position players, for the most part, are back? Money Woods, Isaac Stiebling's got a year under his belt. He's a D1 quarterback. 3 receivers. I mean, they're deep at the receiver position, more so than perhaps any team in the area. How good do you feel about that, knowing these guys should be on the same page in Week 1 and maybe not have some of those, first night jitters or first varsity action jitters that other people might have?
Snider coming out 3-4 wide would not surprise me at all, just because they are going to try to spread the field, spread the defenses, and then you can either give the ball to Money Woods, you can have Isaac Stiebling roll out and pick apart defenses with 3 or 4 different wide receivers. So dangerous Snider offense, and if Wayne's going to have a shot, they're going to have to score a ton of points.